So I'd like to invite Jeff Peterson up to tell you about what he's doing in Africa.
Thank you. So what, I've been working with Bruce Main probably for about 10 years, and you know, I hold an event at the restaurant and try to meet and greet and fundraise for him, and a lot of times I just run around to make sure everything's perfect and the food is out and the valets are working right. And last year I sat down and started talking with some of the fellows, and they were talking about they didn't have clean access to water at one of their schools that they had just founded. I'm like, well, let's build a well. That should be easy, right? So we built a well. And then I called Bruce and I said, well, what next now? That's kind of, you want to do more because you just did one thing, you don't want to stop. And we wanted to build a pavilion, because right now in a kitchen area, because they were cooking and they were not having a place to sit and do their homework and eat, and this pavilion was would hold so many people. It would be great. And so I go, Lisa, can Malibu Press partner with me and help me build this? And she said, yeah, we could do that. And she was great. And I met with all the mission board. And then they said to me, but you know, if you actually went to Malawi, we could get more involved. And I was like, oh no. In the inside, I'm going, this is not what I'm just wanting to raise the funds. I don't want to have to go to Malawi because I've got work and I have dogs and I have kids and I'm really busy. And then my brain, this is all in a split second. And then I'm like, oh, this is my Jonah moment. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to be in the whale of the belly of a whale. So I'm just gonna go. So I went, and I'm glad I went, because I got to see, you know, you read, you can study, you can see pictures, but when you walk off and you see the need in Malawi, it's overwhelming at first. At first you're like, oh, I should just leave, I can't make a difference. I mean, there's just so much that needs to be done. But then you go to the different schools. I went to 3 different schools and an orphanage, and you go to the schools and you see what people are doing. I mean, people are coming and they're working with Bruce and they're being trained and they're going back and from scratch building schools with almost nothing. And they're helping kids have, I mean, it's appalling, the public schools, the schools that they're building and the desks and the teachers, and I mean, it's amazing. And they're doing it basically for pennies on the dollar. And you just see your money work and to be used in such a frugal way and to do so much. It really touched my heart. And I mean, I got to see 3 different schools. They're all doing so amazing. And at the last day, I got to go to an orphanage. And I thought that was what really was heartbreaking, because there was this little boy, his name was Tias. And if I pronounce the name wrong, you have to correct me, but it meant tears. And you could tell he just wanted a dad. I mean, he was like by my side, hanging out, and he was asking me questions, and I was teaching him how to do push-ups and get strong. And when I told him when I come back, I want you to be doing 50 push-ups at a time. He's like, but he just wanted, you know what, he just wanted a hug. That's what and it was like so wonderful to see the fellows that come and go out and start these missions, giving up their life to serve in their communities. They're educated, college educated, they could go do all these things in the world, but yet they're giving back in desolate areas that do not have all the amenities that we so are accustomed to. And that's why I'm trying to build student housing or teacher housing on the schools right now, so they can live on the schools and not have to live in the village. There's no bathrooms, I mean, indoor bathrooms at least. I want to find ways to make their lives better and encourage them to keep building their schools. So we're going to show a video right now of a pavilion that Malibu Press, you guys built.
My name is Samuntima Chijeri. I'm the co-founder of Rise Malawi Ministries.
I'm Tina Fesak. I'm co-founder of Rise Malawi Ministries.
So when we started the high school, we were supposed to be cooking for the girls and the boys. So we needed a good place to cook. And now we are cooking for over 200 students, so we needed a shelter for us to cook. So we decided to build this a makeshift. So it was difficult for us to cook, especially when the rain was coming. So that's why we needed a new kitchen. And it's hard work, especially cooking for over 100 students. Then they had to find a place to eat. So they were just sitting under the trees and standing everywhere because we didn't have any good place for them to sit and eat. So we needed a shelter. So that's where the vision for the pavilion came in. This will be our pavilion. I'll be using for like an eating area for the high school students and after school program students. And we'll also be using it like a recreation place and a reading area during the day when kids want to be outside to study. So this is the pavilion.
This place is just made in a way that it's a very good environment for talking. It's very therapeutic, like therapy. You sit here and then you hang out with the boys, the girls. It just feels so good. It's a good place. The kids don't get this in their homes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just to give them something different out of love. Yeah, it is. See how beautiful it is. So.
Okay. We'll take this back to the church.
Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you for all your help and making that possible. And I look forward to partnershiping on other projects.
Thank you.
Jeff, we are so grateful for you and bringing us that opportunity and grateful for partnering with Urban Promise.